it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you mean, a closed room?
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which
And that-
means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
And there's no way the killer was Hiyoko because she wouldn't have been able to tape herself to the pillar, so...
They were?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two, Sonia and Kazuichi.
Me too?
What the hell? Why's it gotta be us?
The others all have alibis. Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together. Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru. Me too!
Hey, why are you talking like, huh? You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you?
Please stop making
Monokuma
bad
was
jokes.
imitating Nekomaru. That's what they were arguing about.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
Yeah, that's good.
Way of backing us into a wall. Is this his professional skill?
The killer was inside a music venue. For Yuhiko obviously thinks so too, but is that really it? Alright, let's see what bullets we have. Motel room key, scrap of thick paper, surveillance monitor video, semi-transparent globe. We might as well double check
killer
the
was-
semi-transparent globe, right? A strange globe that was stuck to where both music venue doors touch each other. That might not be it. Let me check the other things. The video, motel room key, and the scrap of thick paper and the step ladder. Scrap of thick paper. A thick scrap of paper that was stuck to the bottom lining. Okay. The step ladder. Step ladder was found in the music venue stage, tipped on its side. Slight bloodstain can be seen. That might be it.
By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they look like they had just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
Okay, so it's not gonna be the globe, because I didn't see any contradictions that I could use with the globe. So it's
The
gonna be
killer was
something
still
else.
inside the music venue.
Surveillance monitor
By
video.
locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting
Hotel
in.
room key, scrap of thick paper.
It seems
Step
they were trying
ladder.
to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door.
Maybe it's gonna be the globe
By
on the
doing that,
broken
killer who was hiding
drumstick?
inside
Semi-transparent
waited till we
globe.
gathered together,
Okay,
and
let's try this
suddenly
again.
So they look like
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
Let's restart this. Let's try to agree
the
with
killer was
the...
still inside. By locking the door, they tried to keep us.
It seems they were trying.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
Okay.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
Maybe this will work as an agreement? No. Okay.
Crap.
Okay. That's fine. We still have a low health.
The killer was
So
still
it's definitely
inside the
gonna
music
be...
venue.
It's definitely gonna be... I wanna check the other bullets. Step ladder. Scrap for thick paper. It's definitely gonna be the surveillance monitor video, right?
By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to
No,
stall
I know
time.
what it is. I know what
did
it
they
is.
lock the
It's gonna be
door?
the semi-transparent
That doesn't
globe
Lock
and
was on the
locking the
floor.
door from the
Talking about
inside,
You can
right?
use that as a- by
Maybe
doing
the
that,
killer
but
was
wait
able to
until we
lock
get
the door
and
from
suddenly
outside.
So they look like
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
Okay, let's try this again then.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside,
Okay, I need to destroy this thing. Thank you. Please. Please.
they tried to
Oh
keep
my
us from
god.
getting
No,
in.
that was the
Seems
game messing me up though. It only spawned the
Lock was
thing
on
when
the
I was
floor.
already in this low.
You can use that as a by doing that. Wait until
Okay,
we
okay,
get,
okay,
and
okay,
suddenly
okay,
it-
So they
okay.
look like
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
Okay, let's do this again. I got
The
it
killer
though,
was
I
still
got it.
inside the- By locking the door from the inside.
Please go away, thank you. There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Okay, story develops.
Hold on a sec. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
From the outside? How?
There was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Semi-transparent glob. Like rubber, maybe?
It wasn't rubber at all. The semi-transparent glob was probably glue.
I see. That semi-transparent glob
Must have been glue.
Glue?
Yeah, I think so too. It had a firm, gel-like chewiness. And I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth. Based on all that, I'm certain it was glue.
I'm certain it was glue.
I didn't know glue was edible.
I believe it is not something one typically eats.
That glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, they must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly.
But
It makes
if
sense,
you
yeah.
just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily, you know?
That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
What'd you say?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so? It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it
I
as
mean,
a diversion.
They might have been used it as a diversion, but if the door is barred and you break in the door, there is gonna be a piece of wood around, so it's not unnatural. I wouldn't say that. It might have been a diversion for sure, but
Are you
not
saying
unnatural.
the
But
drumstick
sure,
was a trap the killer set on purpose?
was it trappy?
Then I totally fell for that fucking trap.
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
Good life advice, huh? Maybe not.
So, during the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space?
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
Even quick work has limits.
Oh, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
If they couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the venue, they must have done it earlier than that.
Earlier.
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
And when you went back with everyone else, Hyoko's body was there too, right? But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that
Yes,
time.
and Hyoko was killed
where
earlier.
Hyoko was actually killed earlier.
Yes.
Just revealed?
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too. Here, I have proof.
That scrap of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
That's right, but just what is this scrap anyway?
The scrap that was stuck on the baton lighting at the music venue. I should be able to figure out what it is. It is from the poster from inside, right? Huntsman's Gambit. Oh my god, what's gonna be the word? Oh my god, I need to check my inventory. What was the ripped piece of paper that was stuck to the baton lighting? I know what it is, but I don't remember what it's called though. Maybe I just have to try the letters and see what happens. It's not an A. It's not an E. Oh, it's a W. Wallpaper! Alright, I got it. I got it. The R is not gonna be relevant, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. The P might be relevant though. Oh, there we go, that's the L. Oh my god. I'm trying my best, but this is difficult. There we go. Oh no, I pressed the wrong button. Fuck! Whoa, now we need the P. We need the A. P. We need another P. Paper. Now we just need the R. Should be easy. There we go, right there. Wallpaper. There we go, there we go. We got it. Oh god, Monomi's a centrist.
That scrap. Isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room?
Yes.
In the music venue storage room, there should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap. There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there? If so,
You're right. If you overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting with the tear in the wallpaper, see? It fits perfectly.
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper.
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hyoko's body disappearing?
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that. But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
A scrap of paper is stuck to the baton light. It was part of the wallpaper I found in the storage room. Is it connected to the sudden appearance of Yoko's body? If I trace it back from that, the answer should become clear. Alright, let's give this a try. Yeah, this is pretty obvious. Hyoko was killed in the storage room. Alright, what are the controls again? What's the button to see the controls? Start. Accelerate, brake, and jump. Alright, I got it. Ah! Okay, that was a mistake. So was she simply covered behind a piece of wallpaper? Maybe, but we didn't actually go into the storage room. So, I don't know. We don't know if she was hidden inside the wallpaper or anything like that. But why did Hyoko suddenly appear? It was hidden, I guess. Yeah. Hyoko's Mario Kart power up. No, I just didn't have. I don't know. I didn't dodge properly, I guess. I knew it was an obstacle though. It's just my brain took a while to process the information. Ah! Question 2. What did the killer use to hide the body? The wallpaper, I guess? I don't see why the killer needs to hide the body, because nobody checked the storage room. I don't know. There we go. How did the killer hide her body with the wallpaper? They covered the pillow. They formed a wall. They covered the pillow? The pillar? They probably did, right? They covered the pillar. That might be it, yeah. So the body was already there. They just covered it. Oh my god, that's so smart. So she wasn't in the storage room. She was tied up. They just covered her. That's true.
It's all coming together.
There we go. It's all coming together.
I got it. Hyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
What? They hid the pillar?
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar. So when I first
there we
discovered
go.
Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already there. However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar. So using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body. And
The
they
thing
peeled
is-
off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue.
We're figuring the case
The
out,
killer made a mistake.
but
They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper.
we still don't have any suspicious people though. Who did this though?
And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
Mika maybe?
The killer must have been.
She
in a
was
hurry.
awake the whole
Their
night.
plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on them.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Then, when was Hyoko actually killed?
Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami
Right now,
2.5
right now-
D?
I'm mostly being suspicious of Mikan, to be honest, because she was awake the whole night. And early in the morning before everybody else. But I don't know. I guess who else was the killer could have just waken up early, I guess.
Hey, don't
I
put
don't
my
know.
likeness in your movies without my permission.
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
Mothballs.
I don't eat mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them. I knew it. There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Even had the nerve to fuel up Hajime.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie.
Maybe that's why Mikan was sleeping with us. No, that was on the day before, right? Yeah, that was the day before we were working at cottage, yeah. Alright, never mind then. I was gonna say she was sleeping with us because she was waiting until we woke up so she could finish the whole thing. Like follow us behind us and go back to the music venue and untape the wallpaper to reveal Hyoko's body. But that doesn't fit because it wasn't the actual day, it wasn't the day before, so...
Not just that, but Hyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
The reason the killer imitated the two victims in that movie should be able to explain that now. To hide a weapon, to mix up the killing order, to let their accomplice escape because they like movies. To hide the weapon? Doesn't make sense. Mix up the killing order. I don't know, I guess.
The reason the killer
Oh, yeah,
imitated
yeah,
two of
yeah,
the
yeah,
murders
yeah,
from
that's
the
true.
movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
I mean, that's not the reason he imitated the movie. The reason he imitated the movie. Oh no, yeah, I guess that makes sense. They're doing it just to confuse us, just to make us think it happened in the same order as the movie.
Then
That's why they
Hiyoko
would.
was actually killed before Ibuki?
That's why they would hide Hiyoko with the wallpaper.
A
That makes
valid
sense.
line of reasoning.
It's just trying to throw us off.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean? If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
I'm not even crying.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
What a jerk!
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying.
Oh my
right?
god, don't have to be so rude about
An
it.
even bigger jerk? Impossible!
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed. That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How light. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather. Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
What are you talking about?
Man, he's getting annoying.
Yeah.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Because her feet were dirty with blood.
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
You're one to talk.
Anyways, if we just continue, we're just gonna talk in circles. I think it's best if we clarify Ibuki's status when Hiyoko was killed. Okay, another argument. Blood on the souls, that's gonna be it.
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
Yes! There we go.
I agree with that.
Easy, easy, easy. This trial is so much easier than the previous chapters.
Just as Sonia
Though,
said, Ibuki stepped
we
on
still have
something.
no suspects.
That something was blood. There were faint blood stains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
Then it's Hiyoko's blood.
Hiyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
No, not really. If you slice your neck, you take a while to die. Unless you like decapitate the person completely, then it's not that long. But if you slice the neck, it takes a bit. Not long, but it's not instant.
If Ibuki
I don't think.
stepped
I'm
on
pretty
her
sure.
blood,
Because from what I've seen, yeah, it's definitely not instant. I don't think I've ever seen a case where the person was sliced at the neck and they just died instantly. Sliced, of course, not severed the neck.
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded.
Anyways,
Which
that's
means
irrelevant.
Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye.
Okay, so now it's the sword part, right?
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line. But are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know.
When your throat sliced, don't you basically choke on your own blood? It won't be instant, but I don't know, just guessing. I mean, I think you just pass out from the blood loss before choking. How you actually die, though, it might be from the choking. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure. I'm actually not sure if when you get a victim that had the neck sliced, if the blood gets into their lungs. I'm sure it goes up a bit towards their mouth for sure, but don't know if it's enough to make them die from choking. I think they just die from blood loss. It is very fast blood loss though, because there are arteries around your neck. Not in front of the neck, but around the neck. But I guess in front of the neck too. I mean, if you just slice like an important organ. I don't know. I think they just die from blood loss, which takes a while, but it's not that slow though. It's like faster than slicing your wrist, for example. Even if you cut the artery on your forearm, it's still gonna be faster on the neck, just because of how vital the brain is. You definitely pass out quickly though, and then you die soon after, but it's definitely not instant. Anyways.
You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status. However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
But yeah, I think you pass out, and then with time, you just die from the blood loss. Not a lot of time, but you know. Smudge on the floor. I guess that's it. Surveillance monitor video. Yeah, it's smudge on the floor.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hiyoko? Ha! Impossible!
Where's it? Where is it?
Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Allow me to cut through those words.
There we go. That was easy.
That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Don't say such foolish things. You don't have proof of that at all.
Yes, I do. If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right? Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding.
Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating, so I don't think they had to go that far.
Aside from Mikon, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikon's autopsy?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
So, we know what happened now. We still don't have any suspects though.
The time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file, just to keep concrete evidence from us.
But I guess if the killer went through the trouble of messing up with Mikon's autopsy, it's probably not Mikon.
Yep. Since we have all this
But
evidence,
that might...
there's no one else who wants to object.
That might,
right?
again, just be to throw us off.
Then it's
It might
decided.
still be Mikon.
Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now. Fine then, but regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Now then, let us resume our debate.
Yeah, we need to find the suspects though.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Here he goes.
Again? Didn't something like this happen last time, too?
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
Suicide.
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Why me?
Nagito? What do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered.
I mean, we did see that Ibuki did kill herself,
For
but...
example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko, and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
she was sick with a gullible thing, so she had to follow pretty much all orders that was given to her. So maybe, even if she killed Hyoko, she was still following orders. So she would not be the murderer, right? It would be somebody else. The person who actually, not archetyped, but orchestrated the whole situation. That would be the actual murder.
That's totally impossible.
In that
Then
case,
she never would have killed her to begin with.
they just used Ibuki as a tool. And Monokuma has said in the previous trial that it counts as the person who orchestrated the thing and not the tool as the murderer.
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right? After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hiyoko's body soon after means the
That's
killer
also
had
true.
to be alive at that time.
Yeah, that's also true.
Then she was alive. When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead. If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
She hanged herself. Remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see.
Yeah.
So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
What the heck?
There's still one more issue on my mind. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw?
Huh?
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
Everybody already forgot that the despair disease for Ibuki made her obey.
I don't know anything about that.
Don't say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something.
I just want to have a suspect. I just want to suspect of somebody. But I can't.
Maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
Maybe not everybody knew about her condition. So I'm starting to suspect Mikan again. Because Mikan knew that she would obey. Ibuki would obey.
So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Then the video Hajime saw was actually live?
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement. And I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement.
That's what I thought first. Maybe Hajime just saw a recording.
And since we
but I guess
established that
not.
Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki,
Yeah.
that means
think that
the
was
time
established
the murders
before.
occurred was before and during the announcement.
Because we had already talked to Kazuichi and he was already, yeah, it cannot record. You can only do it live.
Then we just have
So,
to find the person who
already
doesn't
had that
have
in
an
mind, but-
alibi during that time.
Still not sure. I think it was Mikan.
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
Okay, here we go. Another argument. Mikan's account, Fuyuhiko's account, Sonia's account, movie's invitation ticket. It's gonna be one of the accounts, so let's double check them. What is Mikan's account? Right up until the Monokuma announcement that morning, Mika was with Hajime the whole time. What? Afterwards, she went to the hospital to check on everyone and realized that Ibuki had disappeared. When she rushed out of the hospital to search for Ibuki, she apparently met up with Fuyuhiko. Oh, okay, so here's the thing. She was sleeping with us. When we got up, she got up with us, right? That's what happened. She ran out of the hospital to search for Ibuki. She met up with Fuyuhiko, so that's kind of an alibi. Fuyuhiko's account. After Fuyuhiko met Mikan in the front of the hospital, they split up to search for Ibuki. Oh, so they split up. So that's gonna be it. Apparently Fuyuhiko and Mikan were only separated for a short time. Sonia's account, Hiyoko was distraught because her kimono was disfelled and she was unable to tie it on her own. That's when Sonia apparently told her about the full-length mirror. Okay. It's probably gonna be Fuyuhiko's accounts, right? Let's see which ones we have. Mika's account, Sonia's account. Yeah, it's gonna be